well-meaning genius. Patty looking more like. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me now? Hear me now?
Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15.
False start, offense. Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense. Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get the penalty yardage back, plus 5 more as they get it to 2nd and 5.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Green 39.
And that is incomplete here. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, they took the shot, didn't gate if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically maybe a win for the defense. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Let's go! Green, 39!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
We've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and 20, and no surprise, the defense in the dime.
Here we go. 3-19.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore
first down.
how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first. Less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now here's a whistle
Green,
as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. Blue landed. Blue
they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's second down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 1 quarter down. 7-3 the score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And on the ground they go with a running back. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Leaping, and he makes the grab. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Set! 319! 319!
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Set. 319. 319.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half. Now Prater to add the PAT. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something. And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else. See if he has that confidence. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now let's go. 319.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
All right, here we go. Boom,
Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
All right, here we go.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story. Need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They run a draw here on second down. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, come game film time, that'll be a clip and save on how to play the draw. Clogged everything up in the middle, and as he broke out to the right, everybody got a piece of the action on the tackle.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched?
Here we go.
He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw, and that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Andy Lee now, standing just outside his own goal line. Pulled in at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And they'll go on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on 1st down. He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go now. Blue line.
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Set. Green 39.
And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And Dawson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Now the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
319. 319.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. But it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and
Automatic
now
first
your
down.
discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
All right, here we go.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 2 yards on the completion at 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Complete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So out now come the Lions. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And on the ground they go with a running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
Offense.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching